everybody. I think we're all good. Welcome to Pete and Jeremy's DnDTime. This is game 1 this evening, and I am your Dungeon Master, the one who is not Pete. But before we dive into the adventure this evening, I'd like to take a quick moment to just say hello, chat, and hello, players. How are you guys all doing tonight?
Hello, Jeremy. I'm doing quite well.
Excellent. Everybody else doing good too? Got
Yes.
Fantastic. It's a pleasure to be here as always.
Absolutely. This is gonna be a fun little adventure I've entitled A Jolly Winter Folly. So as we kind of come into tonight's adventure, you find yourselves up in the frozen north, a land known as the Big Rock Candy Mountain. You were teleported up here to the kingdom, or the Candied Kingdom, specifically to the capital of it, where Lord Has the Bro rules benevolently. You, however, were supposed to head further north from there, trudging through the frigid outlands to a small, unnamed village, where apparently they've been running into some issues with it being particularly cold. And you found, as you started traveling, it is in fact particularly cold. Icy wind blows down from the north, chilling you to your very, very bone as you trudge through what is effectively ice cream. The four of you, how are you each dealing with these biting winds and frigid temperature? Let's start with you, Droglar. How is Droglar handling trudging through like 4 feet of ice cream, right, with biting winds?
Well, I have a coat on. It's a pretty nice fuzzy one. It's got I have some fur-lined boots too. They're pretty good, though. I feel like I'm gonna have to shave all that off. Ice cream and what have you. I even splurged and got a cloak for it. It's not as warm as I thought, but it looks really fucking cool.
A big, really cool-looking winter cloak. I imagine it's got like the fur kind of mantle to it and everything.
Oh yeah, it's got fur coming out. Tickles the ears a bit, but it's the price you pay to look this fabulous.
Excellent. So you're just trudging through, I imagine weapon up on your back, just toughing it.
Oh yeah, got a little flask to keep it warm on the inside at least.
Oh, every so often just... awesome. Throom, you're also a very imposing individual. For you, simply on your size, how's our favorite Loxodon dealing with the frigid temperatures here?
Biggest thing is producing lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of flame as much as possible, just to try and keep things a little bit more melty and warm than frigid, and hopefully not having the flame blow out too much with this wind, but also somewhat bundled up.
Well, it is quite windy, and so it's very much unseasonally windy for anyone familiar with the Big Rock Candy Mountains. And so yeah, as you're just kind of blasting the snow.
But it's also decidedly not green enough.
Yeah, no, it's very much not green. So as you're trudging almost through a kind of semi-solid milkshake instead of snow at this point, or instead of ice cream at this point. Excellent. Maybe a little lukewarm, a little uncomfortable until it starts to freeze up on you again. Tzi'jixk and Sunny. Mm-hmm. Neither of you two are particularly large. Sunny being effectively an anthropomorphized sunflower, a florin, and Tzi'jixk being a Bunnyfolk, a small a rabbit character. So I'm wondering, how are you two dealing with this cold and this immense amount of ice cream snow?
Well, I'm looking at Droglar, who's all covered in fur, and so am I, and I realize that I don't want to make Droglar upset, because I don't think that's Droglar's fur. But I'm really lightweight, and I'm kind of just hopping along, and I'm letting my fur help out. Although around my little bunny paws, I have some nice little waterproof leaves that I was given by my friend Zuzip, and so that's helping.
So you're wearing what is effectively like. Are they like semi-solid leaves, or are they more wrapped around your feet like sandals?
They're wrapped around, kind of like what some people have as galoshes.
Excellent. So you're wearing these big green galoshes, basically, to the untrained eye, and just kind of like broing, hopping around. Just enough to not sink into any of the snow in the first place, but the wind still bites quite hard even through your fur. And Sunny, I have a feeling I know how you're dealing with this, but I want to hear it from you.
Oh, I'm cold. I better fire everything. It all needs to melt. I'm gonna burn it. Yeah, burn it. Fire.
So, you're basically doing what Throom was doing, right? Like little bits of fire here and there. Except yours is more of like, oh, let me just pour oil on this snow and.
Yeah.
All right.
It's exactly that. And I'm also
small, like,
combining.
inferno.
And I'm combining that with the galoshes.
Oh, I see. You've asked Tzi'jixk to borrow some. Oh, you can grow galoshes.
I can grow my own galoshes.
You
Yeah.
saw Tzi'jixk's galoshes and you're like, that's a good idea. Grew your own and just kind of following along. You're very, very light because you're a flower, for the most part, and so you can just kind of walk along the surface. There's something of like a trail behind you all of clearly melted over and refrozen snow and slush. And even like little bits of flame before they eventually peter out from Sunny's pyrotechnic tendencies, we can say. But eventually you do reach this no-name town. It's very small, not more than maybe a dozen cottages, all kind of huddled together. You see it in the distance, and at first it looks almost like just big mounds of ice cream snow. But eventually things start to become a little clearer, right? You see little bits of smoke that are getting trailed away by the wind, but as you get closer, you start to at least notice them first, poofing out of chimneys. And yeah, what would you all like to do? I mean, you were told you were supposed to meet with a woodsman here.
So they keep saying that this village is unnamed, but like, could we not just like call it something and then have a name, or is the name that it's unnamed?
I have way too much brain freeze going on to even consider that.
Oh, what if we called it brain freeze then? Because it's cold and like you get that when you eat too much ice.
Yeah, but it has a name. It's called No Name. We better make it No. Right?
We'll have to bring that up to the old guy.
Yeah, all right. So as you kind of trudge a little bit further in, you approach one of the kind of larger looking cottages here. You know that in these smaller villages, generally the bigger buildings that belong to the more important people. Or at least the better off folks, probably the ones who could afford Bartholomew's help. As you kind of make it over there, you can see the shadows in the distance of what looks like a small forest to the north. But yeah, you approach the door, and who's knocking? Or are you just kicking it open and going in?
Droglar will immediately open it and just stride on it.
All right, so Droglar, you open the door and you just waltz right on in. And you can see up ahead there is a nice roaring fire and a large fireplace. You see an older gentleman. I mean, not like that old by any means. Probably in his like early 60s, maybe. Who's sitting on a rocking chair. He's got a big heavy crossbow over his on his knees. You know, he's just holding it on his lap. He is asleep as you kick open the door and stride on in to his house. He continue, or I guess you open the door. You didn't kick open the door, but yeah, as you open the door and you can see he's dressed in what is a pretty heavy coat, nothing fancy like what you're wearing. and the coat's very purple, as are his big heavy trousers. He's got a couple like large boots. You can see what look like snowshoes hung up right by the fireplace. There's bundles of wood near, and yeah, you see all that stuff. You can see that on the walls he's got a big poster of and you can see the poster appears to be an advertisement for something, and it's Lil No Name Village Sugarplums.
See, told you it had a name.
He's just still snoring away as you just
Does
step
it
in and out.
have a name if it's just known as the No Name Village, though? But
Yeah.
seems to imply that it does not have a name, but perhaps they like that they don't have a name for the village.
What if it has a true name, but like no one can say it because it's like cursed or something? Like the village.
I'm going to, while this is happening, Mike, I'm going to slink away and I'm going to start noting the locations of valuables or where such things can be hidden inside this place.
Yeah. I mean, there is a staircase going up to a second floor. It's more like a loft than a second floor, but you can see it up there. Do you want to head up there? Those are clearly where this man sleeps. Otherwise, you could just look around down here, and I can tell you what you find. If you want to roll me an investigation check.
Investigation or perception?
I think perception probably makes more sense, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Are you going for the loft or down here? Because that's a very good natural 20 you just hit there.
I'll start on the ground floor. If we're going to go up anyway, that's fine, but I want to note what's happening.
Yeah, looking around, well, he's got a big wallet sticking out of his back pocket. That's probably worth something. Besides that, I mean, you know, the big heavy crossbow he's got is a very fine craft, probably worth quite a bit. You can see that there are some pretty, I'm not going to say that they're valueless, they're probably very valuable to him. Trophies that are up on the mantelpiece above the fire, and they seem to be kind of words for like best sugar plums or whatever. Seemingly either his or maybe the town's or whatever. The most valuable thing that you pick out, and it's slim pickings here in this little no-name town, at least on the first floor, is probably actually that big poster. Your guess looking at it, it looks pretty old. It's probably a collectible. And if Lil No Name Town sugar plums are worth their salt, you know, it's worth a lot to someone.
Given the things that I've seen, I'm looking at, and we know the name of this village, does anything come to mind from the ZooZip network that would be relevant?
You know what? I think Lil No Name Village is very much a Lil No Name Village. There's not really a lot of criminals or anything like that up here.
Okay.
Although, yeah, no, nothing. No real crime up here. Oh, I'm sorry, Zuzip. You also find a loose floorboard, and underneath that there is a stash of whiskey and other spirits.
Okay, I'll be sure to note that. I'm not taking anything. I just want to make sure that I know where things are in case something happens.
Sure. He's still just snoring by his fire. Would anyone else like to do anything as you see Tzi'jixk poking around?
I would. I'm gonna go ahead, walk right up next to him, and use my blessing of sit and make a nice sun chair and sit by the fire.
So you just walk up and flop backwards into a nice big lounge chair.
No, sun chair. Sun chair.
Yeah, excellent. And just and you feel the warmth of the fire. It's very pleasant. Except for the fact that this guy is snoring. That's not pleasant really at all. I assume someone closed the door, by the way, after you came in?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys, did you leave your... Oh, wait, oh no. Throom? What are you doing? What's going on?
That was an accident trying to close
Call
the...
that an accidental produce flame.
That Throom makes the fire in the fireplace slightly larger.
Okay, so Throom, you go over and I mean the fire clearly has been going for a while and hasn't really been tended to, and so you go over and kind of grow it back up with your produce flame.
Thank
maybe
you.
throw another log on.
Do we need oil on this fire? No.
I think the oil is possibly overkill, but if the fire starts to really die even more, I think that could be good for getting it back up later.
Good idea.
And Droglar, are you doing anything, or are you just kind of observing this?
I'm just watching everything go down for now.
Yeah, I'm still kind of standing by the door on guard a little bit.
Indeed.
Okay. So
Did I notice Tzi'jixk finding the liquor stash under the floorboard?
Tzi'jixk, how stealthy are you trying to be?
Very.
You're trying to be very discreet. Roll me a stealth check versus a perception check, I think.
Okay. Yeah, this is it's kind of my a holdover from before my death here. I can't help myself but look for shinies. So I try to be a good bun, but you know what? Things happen.
Alrighty. Ooh. So Droglar, you notice Tzi'jixk doing what they're doing, scoping the place out. You see them flip open a board, and you see the glint of light on glass beneath.
I'll go over and pull out one of the bottles and make my way over next towards the old man and activate my blessing of such, which, as I sit down, a nice but well-worn bar stool kind of appears beneath me as I'll sit back, bite the cork off, take a drink, and with my foot kind of lightly kick the foot of the old man to get him around.
Okay, just... He looks up and kind of blinks really hard and looks at all of you. Well, you all must be the heroes, right?
That's us.
Yeah. Who
Droglar
the heck
will take
else?
a drink.
Pardon?
That's us. Droglar will take a drink and then hold it out, offering him a drink.
Thank you very much. I got one just like this. Kind of put back a little bit and hand it back to you.
Oh, it's yours.
Yeah. Well, fair enough. Did just give it back. Anyway, no one else will come up to this no-name town anyway. Unless they're looking to buy, but not really in season.
Buy what?
Sugar plums, of course. Not in the sugar plum forest. The whole reason for us being up this far.
Oh, cool. So you take advantage of my kind too. That's nice.
I don't think that's entirely the case, friend. But
I'm a plant. You raise plants. You sell them to people. What are we, like little, things that you could just sell?
They're sugar plums. They grow sugar and they fall off and we collect them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what more you want from me. I'm sorry if that upsets you, little sunflower friend. That's our way of life up here.
Okay, I could just, throw a couple humans or whatever you are and, see what happens whenever you fall over and use you. Is that nice? Would you like?
The old guy kind of like looks between the rest of you like, somebody, is anyone gonna help me here?
Shit. Sorry about that. You're gonna need this more than we will.
Slightly, completely, totally confused.
Okay. Yeah, he grabs the drink back from you, Droglar. How much of a dent have you put in at this point?
A fairly solid dent.
Okay. He takes another quick swig of it. All right. Well, anyway, here's what I need from all of you. We have a friend out in the forest by the name of Jolly. He's, what do you adventurers kind of call him? Live out in the forest, friends of the trees and all that.
Hippie, I gotcha.
Sure.
Does he sometimes sound like this? And Throom just kind of speaks a bunch of random gibberish in Druidic.
That's exactly it. Yes. He's sagely old. He's a pink gumdrop. He lives out there, but he's the one who kind of tends to the grove, all the sugar plums, and we're not used to getting winds quite like this, or well, snow quite like this. It all blew down from the frosted mountain, the Duke's Ice Keep. But now it's all blowing out from the forest, so whatever he sent, I don't know. Basically, we want you to go out and make sure nothing happens to old Jolly. If you can bring him back here, that'd be better. The Duke of Winter up on the frozen peak, you know, he sends down these winds and cold and the snow, and he can only do it for so long. But
so search and rescue, that should be good enough. Is there anything we should look out for, or any sort of names to call out, or if necessary, some kind of bait or lure?
I don't know about bait or lure. I guess I have some gumdrops I could grab for you. Jolly loves gumdrops. I mean, he was here just a week ago, and he went back out to his cottage. It's just square out into the forest. And he heads out there during the warmer seasons to take care of the forest, take care of the woods. But, you know, this cold came out of nowhere.
I'd love to have a bag of gumdrops. I'm gonna hold up my two little bunny paws for him.
He goes, yeah, let me go get him. And he kind of goes over and you found his supplies already, his rations. It's just kind of a actually, you probably haven't, because he goes outside to retrieve them. He's just got like a frozen, box and through a back door, right? He goes out and he cracks it open, and it's awfully frigid inside this tiny little room back there where, there's little cracks in the intentional holes and gaps in the boards that make up the walls to let the cold in. And yeah, he gets some very frozen gumdrops and brings them back in. They're in a little satchel. They appear to come from somewhere else in the Big Rock Candy Mountains, but it's not labeled. Or presumably come from somewhere else. It'd be really weird if he imported gumdrops from not the Big Rock Candy Mountains.
All right, I'll take the bag. I'm gonna hop over by the fire to warm my little twitchy nose and warm up a gumdrop to eat.
Yeah, okay. You do so, and you crunch down a little gumdrop. It's gooey and gummy. It's like not the best candy you've ever had, probably, but it's good candy. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, gumdrops aren't the highest quality of candy, but they're still okay.
This isn't like the ice cream where I have to believe in the cloud for it to taste good, right?
No, that's just the ice cream. Otherwise, It just tastes like bland cream. But the gumdrops taste like delicious sugary gumdrops. It's just like, I mean, whose favorite candy is gumdrop? Maybe I'm making some enemies with that statement. Anyway,
I suppose it depends all on the gumdrop. There are certainly some gumdrops that are far better than others. Maybe that's why he might import them. There's like a flavor of gumdrop that he really likes that he can't find.
No, I mean, I just buy these from one of the next towns over. They mine gumdrops out of the mountains. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I don't know what really the problem is. It's just been mighty cold. I mean, be careful the old sugar rush monsters don't get you. But those sometimes wander down when the Duke's influence kind of strikes on the land. They're zombie-like things of sorts, men driven to craze for the lust of sugar. But I just don't know. I haven't been far enough. I can't make it in this cold. I've got 4 hit points. I'll freeze to death in no time. He doesn't say quite that, but he says he'll freeze to death in no
points?
time.
What are these hit points?
That was a meta joke. Yeah, so what would you all like to do? I mean, Tzi'jixk, you heat up your gumdrops if you'd like, and what are the rest of you up to?
They like sugar, huh? You got any more gumdrops?
I'm afraid those are all I got.
How
Not
about
really
any
the
other
biggest
kind of
gumdrops.
sugar things? How about some sugar plums that you
Oh, we got
just
plenty
happened
of
to call-
sugar plums, yeah, from last harvest.
they have sugars, right?
Yeah, they're kind of coated in sugar.
I want one or two or three or all of them.
I kind of need those to live, to eat through the rest of the winter. But I can give you some.
Okay. Sure, I'd like some.
Yeah, and he goes back into that frigid back room again and cracks open another crate, and he takes out a bunch of sugar plums. He gives you like, you know, those like net-like packages that oranges might come in, right? Kaz, maybe like 8 oranges. He gives you one of those, and it's got like a dozen plums in it. Big kind of purple net-like package, and they're even like packaged right with like the logo of Little No Name Town Sugar Plums, and the little the logo is like a couple of little huts in a circle, and it's the snow everywhere. Anyway, yeah, but that's he gives you that. Is that gonna do it?
Yeah, that should help.
All right. Well,
Through a gum fill or just a chewy mouth here, I'm gonna turn. Can you just tell me about that poster you have a little bit?
oh yeah, that's some of the first advertising we made actually for the town a while back. I mean, 30 years now we've been here, so our sugar plums are known throughout the land.
Why haven't we heard of this place then?
Do you eat sugar plums?
Well, the town.
Do you eat sugar plums?
No.
That's why you never heard. If you ate sugar plums, I guarantee you'd have known about the Little No Name Town.
Why are you called Little No Name Town? Is that by choosing?
It's advertising for the sugar plums. You know, back in the day, we'd bring them down, and he gives you a long story about how he'd bring them down to the Candied Kingdom, right, the seat of the Candied Throne, and he'd sell them there, and people would ask, oh, where is it from? It's like, oh, Little No Name Town, and word got around, and that's how the name, it just kind of stuck.
Oh, why don't you just call yourself Sugarplum Town?
Because it does not sound as quaint. Anyway.
And people know that you're the place that has sugar plums.
Yeah, well, we're not really looking for more visitors. We kind of like our solitude, to be honest. Just
Oh,
sell our
okay.
sugar
You
plums
don't like making money. I got it. Bye.
Bye. Kind of like looks at you confusedly. You've been verbally accosting this poor man who's hired you to find his friend out in the forest. So when you're like, fine, I'm leaving, he's like, all right. And suddenly you march back outside.
Yes.
All right, you open the door, and it is extremely cold.
I step outside and wait for the rest of the party. Using fire as much as
Yeah.
Throom shuts the door behind Sunny and locks it.
Just uh-huh.
So, can you tell us roughly where? Now that we don't have all of that going on, can you tell us roughly where to find your friend's cottage so that we know that we're at least going the right direction?
Well, unfortunately, I mean, there's a trail through the wood. You might be able to follow it. It's kind of hard with all the snow, but I mean, it's just a mile or two in. Like I said, it's just a little too far for me to go in the cold.
Okay.
Is there a reason you locked your friend outside?
You seemed to be... It seemed like you were getting slightly uncomfortable.
I'm going to be honest, maybe a little bit more uncomfortable that you locked him outside. He kind of looks at you, Tzi'jixk and Droglar.
Oh, don't worry, Sunny can be really warm.
Smash cut, Sunny, you're outside. Just like, fire! Fire!
Everything.
There's like a street sign outside that's just...
Yeah, right. And I'm pouring like oil all over the thing and just lighting everything on fire. And then just using my sit and just sitting in my lawn chair and watching it all.
I imagine you've conjured like a pile of chairs that you're just burning at this point.
Yes, that's right.
Excellent. All right, back inside. Droglar, what are you doing?
I just give a haphazard shrug like, these are the adventures of Bartholomew. What else do you?
And I imagine from Droglar's position, still kind of like, I imagine you've like walked a little closer to the door. You can like see out the window and you see Sunny just cheering, and me hitting my fan again. A little too ambitious in my arms. Yeah, so I mean, eventually you guys, I imagine, set out on the quest, right?
Oh, eventually.
Without trying to.
Eventually.
It's really cold outside and it's really warm in here, filled with candy and liquor.
That's very. You know what?
Candy, liquor, and a warm fire.
This man knows how to live. You can tell. But yeah, eventually, he does kind of like urge you all to get going, to get for Jolly, and that he is concerned for Jolly's safety. And so, as eventually you are kind of almost pushed out the door, you see Sunny cheering and almost dancing around a pyre of burning chairs, and you can swear there's like a cart at the bottom of it, which, and yeah, Sunny, you can turn
It should
all
be
your
fine.
friends by the door.
Oh, are we gonna go now? I've been waiting for you.
At least the party's already started. Let's get going.
All right.
Throom will grab we'll try to grab a mostly unburnt bit of chair so that he has something to hold on to, and hopefully use some of the fire to keep a little bit warm, or have a portable fire for Tzi'jixk to warm his nose at or something.
Alrighty. So you have like almost like it's a torch, but a regular torch would burn out very quickly in this wind. So it's like a whole burning chair almost.
Yes.
Beautiful. And whenever it starts to die down, you can just produce flame, make more fire. So
Yes.
you're kind of carrying this burning chair, and the rest of you are following along into the forest. One thing that's a bright side to it is, although the winds are worse because they're funneled between the trees, the snow isn't as bad. These are big, solid trees that you see in here. They appear... It's weird. You can't really like make out what they're made of. They have a bark-like texture to them, but they don't appear to be made of like wood like you would expect. And it's too cold to really, at least at a glance, tell what they are because they're very much frozen. But their canopies above appear to just be cotton candy. It is mostly a kind of pinkish purple cotton candy, and you can see hanging from a few of them are these frozen little plums, which are at this point are coated in ice. They are just not for harvesting, you would think. They're all still stuck to the trees for you who might care about that, Sunny. But sure enough, the trail is, well, followable. You're able to head down what is clearly a pretty wide path meant for carts to go through, deeper into the forest. And you trudge for some time, overall maybe 1.5 miles in distance. Probably takes you quite a while in the cold and the wind. But eventually up ahead, you start to hear some noises, other sounds echoing on the winds carried by it. Kind of gasp almost, carried on by the winds. It's very hard to tell precisely what they could be, but they seem to be coming from up ahead of you. What would you all like to do?
I will carefully sneak ahead to find out the source of this.
Okay, so Tzi'jixk, you tell your party, I'm going to sneak ahead. The rest of you are cool with just letting Tzi'jixk sneak ahead and take a peek?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
So
will
Tiz-
have a Sugarplum ready to throw in case I need to.
Which Sugarplum? One of the ones you got from the guy, which are not covered in ice. They appear to be covered with like a thin layer of sugar. They look delicious.
Yes,
or
that
probably
one.
not delicious to you. Okay, so not one of the frozen ones.
No.
Leaving everything out. Okay. So you have a Sugarplum just ready to whip at someone. Throom, you're still holding a burning chair. Droglar looks great. And Tzi'jixk, can you roll me a stealth check as you slowly sneak up? I'm going to give you advantage because of the wind, and it's hard to hear, especially since you're downwind. Yeah, as you're sneaking forward through the icy, frigid snow, you come to the edge of a clearing a couple 100 feet up. Looking beyond, you see what appears to be a cottage crafted from this same strange wood, which makes up the rest of this clearing. I'm sorry, not the clearing, the forest. You can see it looks almost like a log cabin kind of vibe to it. It's not big. I mean, it's a fairly small little hut, and you can see that there are little crates and decorations, and there are bunches of tiny little trees kind of grown up around it. But more than that, you see that there are, maybe 10 zombies, or they look like zombies, just kind of trudging along through the snow, almost in a predatory manner, right? Like they're looking at the house, staring at it, looking for a way in. They have frigid blue skin with a little bit of frost and ice stuck to their faces. They all are humanoid, but none of them really seem decayed. But there's a mindlessness, a hunger to them, the kind of hunger that identifies a zombie, someone that would devour the flesh of another, of anything, really. That you can just kind of tell looking at them. They're also pretty quick. They don't appear like slow as they scope out the place. What would you like to do from where you are? They're maybe 40 feet away at the house in the clearing.
All right. Well, if there's some, I want to make sure that there might not be more that are hiding around.
Okay. Your divine sense. So it's really interesting because I would like you to roll me, well, this is actually, what is it, 60 feet?
Yeah.
So even though you can't see 60 feet because they're obscured, you can sense them. So they're obscured by like the wind and the snow, but that's not total cover. And so with your divine sense, you breathe in, or do you breathe in? Is that how you use your divine sense?
Yeah, I mean, if I have a little wiggly bunny nose, I'm gonna put it to work.
Exactly, like wiggling your little bun tail, sniffing your snoot.
Yeah, the ears kind of act as like little divining rods, kind of like zoning in on things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are two other. There are a total of a dozen of these zombie-like creatures. These two are actually further to the east, which is to your right because you're heading north. They appear to be in the forests, about 60 feet off, pretty much at the distance you can get with that divine sense. Who knows what they're doing?
Okay,
but they're separated from the main pack.
I'll come back from my scouting report and deliver the tactical data.
Sure. You are all aware of this house, and I think Tzi'jixk, you would have seen that there are like long claw marks right on the door and things where the zombies have tried to get in.
Okay. Yeah. I'll party info dump.
Yep. So,
well, let's get to work then.
This is
Droglar
not good.
Pull out a sword and head up.
Droglar just starts, all right, just trudging up. Are you trying to be quiet about it, or are you just going?
I'll try to be quiet here as we close in. No reason to just go charging headlong.
Okay.
The room will similarly try to be as quiet as a 7.5-foot elephant person can be as he approaches.
Alrighty. So yeah, I'll try and stealthily approach. Can you all roll me stealth checks then? Oof. All right, Tzi'jixk, you're sneaking back up, but the rest of the party is not really
Except for
that.
me.
Oh, that's true. I'm sorry, I had misread. So, Sunny, you and Tzi'jixk, in your kind of smaller, lighter forms, I guess actually Sunny is not really small. He's limber. But in your lighter forms, are managed to stay pretty quiet. Droglar and Throom are really just not as quiet. Droglar, you got some heavy armor on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Throom, you are just very large.
An elephant.
Yeah, an elephant, man. So as this is all kind of happening, you can all see up ahead of you this clearing. You hear the wind kind of cutting against your skin, cutting into your bones. You see all of the zombies around there, and then you see them kind of turn and look in your directions, Throom and Droglar. And I'm gonna need you all to roll for initiative. But as we start the initiative, Tzi'jixk and Sunny are in fact hidden. All right. They're bad. That's remarkable. Wow, they rolled terrible. Oh. All right. Well, Sunny, you are the first to go. What would you like to do? You can see all these Sugar Rush zombies out in the clearing around this house.
Okay. Looks like I'm gonna have to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna run it into one of the zombies.
Oh, so you're just straight conjuring a flaming sphere just right off the bat, coming up from your cover and blasting them. All right. And you're targeting one of the zombies?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I need to just get their HPs down. Okay. Oh, goodness. What's the save DC on this?
That save is going to be 14? Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's a ton of damage, too. 15 points of damage. And it's what kind of save is it? Dexterity?
Yes.
Right, they are pretty quick, and so they get a 14.
So that it only deals half damage, but yeah.
We will still take it. How much is that going to be? Half of 15, so 7. Okay. You can see that still is actually a pretty mighty hit against them. That is nothing to shrug off.
And it's currently in their space, so...
Yeah, as a zombie gets battered by your fire. Is there anything else that you'd like to do? Sorry, I'm just setting up the...
No, I'm good right now.
Okay.
Wait, is that a bonus action or an action, this guy's?
I think it's an action, and it's an action to move around on other turns.
Right, yeah, I'm
Something
gonna...
like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna just...
Yeah, always double check it. We can figure it out otherwise. Tzi'jixk, your turn. You see Sunny rise up from the snow and let loose this ball of fire, which rolls into one of the zombies, bludgeoning it.
I would like to spring out from my little snowy hidey hole with a shield and rapier in hand, and try to finish off this zombie that my Florin friend
you're just leaping
has,
right in.
started to put some work. Oh, sorry, say it again.
You're just leaping right in.
Yeah, I'm gonna leap right in with a little bunnish war cry, and try and go for a good step.
Alrighty, you leap from behind the snowdrift and swing, stab with your rapier. Go ahead and roll me that attack. An 11. Actually, you'd have advantage, but even with that, the problem with these guys is they're too fast. They're so quick and kind of skittish and frenzied, you actually miss with the attack. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Tzi'jixk?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Throom, you see Tzi'jixk leap forward and stab with the blade, with his rapier, but one of the zombies kind of ducks back, hissing almost at him.
Well, Throom will step up towards that same zombie, and as he does, conjure a blade of fire in his free hand, and swing out at the zombie.
Throom, you stand up next to you, run forward, lumbering at your full pace, and swing your flaming blade, which the zombie misses. The zombie ducks in almost to come at you as you swing, and unfortunately, you miss with the attack. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Throom?
Nope. Action, bonus action, movement.
All right. All of the zombies turn and go after Sunny.
Oh no!
All of them. You see them run at incredible speed, almost like, hand and feet, sprinting almost like wolves, ravenous, as they charge for him. Which means Throom and Tzi'jixk do get attacks of opportunity if you'd like.
And that also means that you guys can continue to go on and save the guy.
Oh, a nice hit. For 15 more damage. All right, he's looking really rough.
Oh dear.
Oh, no, the flame blade unfortunately not quite connecting.
Perhaps slightly too windy for this.
Just a little, maybe. You see that it seems like they don't like the fire, at least. But yeah, the zombie is still up. So there are 6 zombies that can get to you this turn and attack Sunny. But the other 6 get to you as they just barrel on top of you. Those first 6 zombies are going to make claw attacks against you. That's a 15 to hit.
That barely hits my AC.
Okay, he steals one of your sugar plums and eats it.
Okay.
Another one, a 9.
No.
A 8.
No. Do I take the damage, by the way?
No, you take no damage.
Okay.
A 5.
No.
That was 1, 2, 3, 4. 14.
No. It has to be 15 or above.
And an 8. Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
I should have had advantage against the sugary things because it's all sugar. So 5 of them would have missed you. Let's see if they would actually hit. All right, so it's one more sugar plum that gets devoured. That one misses, and misses. All right, so 2 of your sugar plums, I think, were devoured here, of the 8 that you had, and you are swarmed with zombies.
Okay.
They're like piled on top of you. You almost like can't see out because they're just crawling over each other.
That's great. That's perfect.
No, I'm sorry, not Tzi'jixk. Droglar, it's your turn. About 5 feet, 10 feet to your right, a pile of zombies is now on top of where your friend once was. You cannot see Sunny beneath.
That makes it easier. I'll go over and try to just mow down as many of the zombies as I can.
Okay. You see one of them is like grievously injured from your other allies' attacks.
I'll splatter that one first.
Sure. 22 will definitely hit him. And as you
are they
swing with your
immune
blade,
to cold?
They are resistant to cold.
Okay.
Which
it's
looks
2
like,
points of cold.
Yes. Yep. So as you swing with that, you see the one that, well, it had 2 hit points left. You slam it in the chest, and it goes, and it collapses, thrown from the heap on the ground. And you see, just for an instant, a little petal of Sunny inside, under the pile. What would you like? What else would you like to do?
Time to splatter the next.
Okay. That'll connect. An 18 to hit. Yes. Oh my god. All right. All right. You swing at the next one for 17 damage. Except actually the cold is slightly lower, isn't it? The cold should have been 16 damage after the cold resistance. Yep, as your blade slams into them. The fire seems perfectly effective, but nothing special either. And yeah, 2 great sword swings and 1 zombie down. We're back at the top of the initiative with Sunny. You are covered in zombies.
Perfect.
What would you like to do?
So, it's a bonus action. I looked it up. Bonus action to move the flame sphere.
Oh, really?
So I'm gonna do that.
Pretty solid.
It is. Look it up.
See,
I
it's
promise
an
you.
action to cast. I get you. Gotcha.
But it's a bonus action to flame it, to move it and bash it. So I'm gonna bash it into
You're gonna
somebody.
just bash a zombie. All right. Go ahead and roll your flaming sphere. And do they need to roll save, or do you hit them? Or I think they roll save, right?
Yes, they do save.
All right.
So it's a dex save. On a fail,
Ooh.
they. Okay, so he's gonna take the flame sphere damage, and then, and I didn't cast a spell. I just moved the thing.
Yep. Bonus action.
Action.
You can hit him.
Thunder step. Hit everybody around me
jeez.
and bounce away. I'm gonna bounce away and run away.
The zombie that you hit with the flaming sphere gets blasted for 17 points of damage and dies.
Hold on,
the
it's
one
not just
Droglar.
that one. It's
Oh, I know.
everyone within 5 feet of me.
I was just talking from the flaming sphere. You kill that zombie right now. And then the thunder step would do 19 damage. Oh, but that shouldn't get your extra radiant soul damage. It's thunder.
No,
right?
it doesn't. It's just a V12.
Gotcha. So I will roll the saving throw for these guys. It's a con save. There is 1. Yep. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7, 8, 9, and 10. And the DC to hit was 14, right? And it's going to be 12 or nothing. Or 12 or 6. It's going to be 6, and then 12, and then 12. And I will continue doing this as we go on to the next person's turn. But you blast them. Where are you teleporting?
I'm gonna teleport away, like back towards the thing, and just dash, or not dash, run away. That's.
Okay, so you're just gonna run back down the trail. I can tell you one thing right off the bat: these zombies are much faster than you are. They are not slowed by the difficult terrain of the snow. They are not any of that. They are just full tilt.
Sunny to me, if I can shout such a thing.
Okay,
Yeah,
then
you
I
could
would
if you
go
want.
towards them, and rather than running down the path. That's what I will do.
It's a strat. Like, that's a move. If you want to do that, I'm down. But, so would you like to go toward Tzi'jixk or just book it?
Where is Tzi'jixk currently?
Tzi'jixk is where your flaming sphere was a second ago. Just close to the house where he had lunged out to attack a zombie.
So yeah, I will go pat. I think, isn't the distance like 60?
Yeah, I think you have 60 feet on the total.
Right. So I will go to towards Tzi'jixk, but past him, like 60 feet away.
Excellent. So just like on the other side, just behind the house with your bag of sugar plums?
Yeah, and just start running that way.
Okay, and you're going to run another, 15 feet because difficult terrain.
Yes, exactly.
Alrighty. You're 55 feet away from where you were a minute ago. Tzi'jixk, it's your move. You see all the zombies, turn and look toward you, past you. And I imagine you hear like a nani 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 from Sunny or something behind you.
Yes, exactly.
So how far away is Sunny from me then after all the movement?
Sunny would be about pretty far. I mean, so I'm sorry, Sunny should be 75 feet from the zombies. I did brain dump.
75 feet, yes.
Yes. So that would make him 45 feet from you. But because you're a bunny hop, I assume you can just kind of leap through the snow.
Well, yeah, I was gonna see if I could get over to Sunny.
Yeah, that'd probably be a double move to get over to him, right? At that distance.
Okay, that's fine. I will move and dash next to Sunny.
You leap after Sunny. Throom, what would you like to do?
Throom is perhaps slightly slower and will move kind of off in that direction, sort of to put himself between Sunny and the zombies so that they have to go past him.
Gotcha. Are you going to double move, or are you going to just move just your speed? I am going to move just my speed. Okay.
And then I assume I am still within 90 feet of the zombies at this point.
You'd be 45 from them. Ooh. Interesting. You cast a spell of Entangle. How do you cast this? Do you like blow like a trumpet from your trunk, or what is your spell casting for the Entangle?
This one, it's more kind of letting the flame blade vanish momentarily, and just like reaching down at the ground and pulling up through the zombies.
Ooh. Wow, what's your DC?
14.
Wow, only 2 of them succeed on the save as these plants erupt up and wrap around them.
And then getting the flame blade back with the bonus action.
Sounds good. They're well entangled right now. That means it's their turn. They can't get at anyone except for the 2 that aren't entangled. And the 2 that aren't entangled are unfortunately too far from you, Sunny, to smell your sugar plums and go after Droglar.
I think they take the flaming sphere damage if they end their turn.
That's actually true.
Okay.
I'd say 2 of them are probably within the range of the flaming sphere. It's a very abstract heap of zombies. Go ahead and roll me that damage, and I will give you their disadvantaged, I think, dex saves. Because they're entangled. Wow, they rolled like gods, though. That's still a ton of damage! Wow! That's 8 points on their success. Holy crap. None of them die, but they're all in rough shape. Droglar, a pair of zombies run after you. They, as they rush forward, go to claw at you with their frenzied claws. Claw and claw. Fortunately, probably, missing you.
They do miss.
Alrighty. Now, Droglar, it's your turn. The rest of the zombies, I guess, will spend their action trying to escape from the entangle. Strength check. I'm gonna roll those for the other 8. Oh boy. They gotta get a 13 or higher. So 5 of them are now free. Actually, 7 of them are now free. Alright, Droglar, it's your turn.
How many are still restrained?
There are 3 of them still restrained in the entangle.
I will attempt to murder 2 of those 3.
Excellent. So you just wade forward toward the zombie horde, just pushing past the 2 that ran up to you. Go ahead. You don't provoke attacks of opportunity because you aren't far enough away. Oh man, critical hit, beautiful. Oh my god! Whoa! That Great Weapon Master coming in clutch. You destroy that zombie. Wow. Holy moly.
And I'll go over to the next and splat him.
Okay, and from now on, I'm going to remember their undead fortitude, so maybe they'll live a little bit longer. Maybe. You absolutely hit with 22. 19? Oh boy. Well, let's use undead fortitude. He's got to get a DC that is higher than 20. He can't succeed. He dies. All right. Wasn't that one that died, was it? Should have been that guy. Oh man, the one that got crit had like no damage on him. Yeah, they're both dead. All right. Droglar, with ease, you disembowel 2 more sugar rush zombies, leaving their bodies lying bloody among the snow. Is there anything else you would... Oh. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just saying end of turn.
Ah, gotcha. And as your turn comes to end, and Sunny, you think to yourself, time to get going. Something else happens, because standing next to the house, and Sunny, you can tell this now that you're on the opposite side of the clearing, the wind is now blowing kind of toward you from the house. Seems like all of this icy wind is originating, coming down from the roof and spreading out. And Throom, as you stand right next to the house, you see what you thought was just a blue cotton candy thatched roof begin to kind of well up into the air, almost like cotton candy blowing on the wind, as a new creature enters the fray, seemingly the source of this frigid wind. All right, this huge cotton candy creature begins to flow down over you, Throom, as if to engulf you. I'm going to need you to roll me a dexterity saving throw from the sweet nothing. Oh, that is not something you can see right now. Let me change that. As it goes to engulf you. Oh no! Throom rolls a 5. Throom, the cotton candy elemental waves on over you, and for a minute you feel like the taste of too much sugar on your tongue, like almost stinging you. But then you feel it on your skin, and then it starts to burn you.
Oh dear.
You take 11 points of acid damage and are now engulfed by the sweet nothing. You cannot breathe. You are restrained. And at the start of the elemental's turn, you're going to take more damage as it slowly dissolves you. All right. We move to the top of the initiative. Sunny. What would you like to do?
Well, I do have all those guys in that fire right there. So, but the sweet nothing and the other guys are all on top of him, right? I threw him at the same time, right?
Yes. And minor point of order, it should be poison damage that you took through. I don't know if that matters to you. Not acid. This is a character we created on a monster we created on DnDTime Brews some time ago. Thank you, The Forgotten One, for helping me kill this party. Sorry, Sunny, what you were asking?
If currently the two zombies and the sweet nothing are on top of Throom in the same space.
Oh God, no. The two zombies are over at Droglar, about 30 feet from Throom, actually.
How far is Throom from my flaming sphere?
About 30 feet. So Throom's right over there by the flaming. Throom is close enough to the flaming sphere. If you would like to ram the big cotton candy elemental, you could.
I'm gonna hit the thing.
Alrighty. And it doesn't quite flow upon the ground. It almost like floats up in the air about a foot off the ground, blowing over you like a fog or mist. But seeming to gum you up inside. All right, go ahead. Dexterity saving throw. Oh, natural 20 from the sweet nothing. Which means it'll take... Oh! Double damage because it is vulnerable to fire! As your fire begins to flare over the sweet nothing, it kind of writhes around a little bit in more pain than you would have expected. See, this is exciting for me. I'm learning what the monster does. All right, so you're actually going to hit it for the same you would have done even if it failed. 15 points of fire damage.
Yeah.
Anything else that you would like to do?
Yes.
Sunny?
Yes.
Yeah, that was just your bonus action.
That was just my bonus action.
You and Tzi'jixk are 55 feet from the sweet nothing.
That is true. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're gonna finish this. Now that I know that it's weak, let's go ahead and do big boy damage. Let's go. Not that spell.
Wrong big boy damage, I guess.
That was the wrong big boy damage. I love this spell so much. Where is it? Fireball.
If it does... Oh, God. Okay, just a kindly firebolt.
Oh,
Unfortunately, not quite enough to hit. The fire whizzes past, and the elemental kind of wavers on the wind and is not struck.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm gonna still GTFO and woo!
You continue to just run. Just whoop, 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 whoop. All right. Tzi'jixk, you see Sunny has trudged another 15 feet away. Meanwhile, the roof has swooped down, and you can see the actual roof is nice, wood like the trees. What would you like to do?
All right, well, seeing that the fire's putting in some work here, I'm going to grip Zuzip's stem, which is my rapier. I'm going to channel her power through that, and as a bonus...
Pardon me? You cut out.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, I had to push the button. I'm going to channel Searing Smite into Zuzip's stem, and then I'm going to look at Sunny. Stay safe, friend. And I'm going to double move up to this.
Yeah. Okay. So you double hop right on up to this sweet nothing. It seems to almost recoil a little bit at your fire. And just a quick question about your sword is the stem of Zuzip, a great florin known throughout the lands. I'm wondering, is it like those little tiny swords that go in free drinks? Is it kind of like that, woven into a little handle and everything?
It's similar to that, as well as I have Zuzip's root, which is a whip, as well at my side. Zuzip has a tendency to tear pieces off of herself, so
yeah.
But she's equipped me so that I can carry a piece of her around, just like she carried my paw before I was resurrected.
That would be sweet if it. I mean, it is sweet, but it's also a little All right, it's a little different when you can't regrow your paws, like they can regrow their everythings.
Yeah.
All right, Tzi'jixk. You are in position to do battle with the nothing. Throom, you're in the nothing. What would you like to do, my friend? This is going to be like the elephant rendition of the Neverending Story. So instead of Artax, it's Throom.
Let me just. So if I were to attack the nothing, it would be at disadvantage, correct?
Because you are restrained, unfortunately, yeah.
Okay.
But I think you do have your flame blade, right?
Yes. And so, I think I will go ahead and try and flame blade this thing.
Alrighty.
Oh no.
Oh no! You swing the flame blade, but unfortunately are unable to get it. Unfortunate. Because you are restrained by him. All right. Anything else you'd like to do?
I am going to balm myself.
The balm of the summer court. Alrighty. You heal yourself with this otherworldly fey energy. How much hit points do you get? Whoo! 11.
And 2 temp.
The zombies, their turn after. Oh, is that the end of your turn? Sorry, turn.
Yes.
All right. The zombies no longer entangled, as I realize you are currently concentrating on the flame blade, correct?
Yes.
All right. They are all going for you, Droglar. 3, 4, 5. Oh, wait. He's still on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 zombies rush over you, Droglar, with frenzied claws. We have a 4, a 4, a 5, a 15. Does that hit you?
Still misses. They gotta be 19.
All right, that's 4 attacks. I said. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Wow! With all of their frenzied swings, not one of them is able to get through your armor. However, they are all over you. Mechanically, they're difficult terrain to leave, but it's already difficult terrain because of the snow and everything. As they are just crawling all over you, seemingly unable to actually hurt you. And it's your turn, Droglar.
I will use the power of the turtle to leave their area of focus.
The power of the turtle?
Armor. Some attacks of opportunity, if you would be so kind.
I see what you're saying. A 9 okay, where would you like to go? Toward the nothing?
As far as I can go towards the nothing without dashing.
Yeah, from where you are at the very opening, you can just get right up to it. It's about 15 feet. All right, let me roll for the oh boy, 9 opportunity attacks. 1, 2, 3. Oh, one of them hits. 4 slashing damage. 5, 6. Oh, another hit for 4 more slashing damage.
I thought it was 8 opportunity attacks. Sorry.
There were 9 left.
Okay.
4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, you're right. It's 8. So ignore that very last one that would have missed anyway. You're absolutely right, Sonny. There was only 8 left. I forgot you had killed 4 of them. Good catch. So a total of 8 points of slashing damage to you as you rush past the zombies, Droglar, just throwing them off of you with your mighty arms, cape kind of billowing behind you as you do so. It's a very nice cape.
As I've ran my full 30, make it 15 towards the sweet nothing, I will pierce my sword into the ground at my feet and draw out a pistol to shoot the sweet nothing.
So, Throom, from inside, you see Droglar put their sword in the ground and pull out a gun and aim it right at you. Go ahead and fire. Oh, a nice hit. 23 against the nothing.
Ignore the cold and fire, it's just...
Okay, so 12 points of damage. You blast the nothing. Seems to take full damage from that. Maybe probably to your surprise, as little bits of cotton candy just get blasted apart. Through him, it doesn't hit you. But the cotton candy is severely damaged. Anything else you'd like to do, Droglar?
I'll toss the empty barrel to the side since it always seems to find its way back into my belt for the next adventure, and bonus action, pick up my sword.
It's a sweet magic gun. Sure. Do you want to use your extra attack? I think you have one, right?
I do have an extra attack. However, the pistol is a special magic item that requires a full action to interact.
Gotcha. Alrighty. Sweet nothing goes. Well, the sweet nothing, you take... let's see how much damage you take through him. Oh my god, 28 poison damage! Oh my goodness! Oh man, that's near max damage on... A rogue would be very happy with that sneak attack. How are you feeling, Throom?
Very glad that I Balm of the Summer Courted to go back to full health.
Well,
at that point,
the sweet nothing would normally try to go just engulf Droglar and add him to the heap, except there's something waving fire at it in front of it, Tzi'jixk, and so instead you see 2 cotton candy-like pseudopods kind of come out and lash down at you. What is your armor class, my friend?
18.
Zabap! The first one, a 15, misses you as you deftly hop to the side. The second, a 23, slams down into you. For a total of 1 bludgeoning and 18 poison damage. As you two feel the burning of the sugary candy pass over you. Can you give me a concentration check on that Searing Smite? You're good. All right, Sweet Nothing will then... Throom, how much do you weigh? You're an elephant. Or you're an elephant man.
With all gear, about 520 pounds.
That is very heavy. All right, the Sweet Nothing cannot... Like, you see it, like, go to start lifting you, like, trying to climb onto the roof and drag you up there, but it is not physically strong enough to do that. And so it stays where it is. Because it would rather continue to engulf you than
takes
flee.
Fire. It takes fire.
Damn! You're right, it does. Well, it's gotta roll a save, right?
Yes,
or does it just
still
take
has
the damage if it ends its turn?
It ends its turn, it takes the damage, but I think it still has a save, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it might not.
Flaming Sphere.
Any creature that ends its turn must make a dex save. Yeah, alright. Cool. I know there's higher level spells that do similar things. Well, it's very dexterous, but that doesn't matter because it's stupid. Alright, it takes what would be 12, which is now 24 points of fire damage. Woo, baby! And it starts to caramelize around the outer edge. And it smells like burning sugar. Alright, that was the end of Sweet Nothing's turn. Sunny, it's on you.
Well, wouldn't the zombos be after the burning sugar smell? Just
no, they're controlled by this thing.
Oh, okay. Well then, so I'm just going to...
It's a good idea, though.
Well, I mean, the flaming sphere is already doing work. Can I bounce the flaming sphere back into it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so we're gonna do that.
Sure.
Just hit it again.
Zibap! That time it'll succeed, so it'll just take what would be the normal 17 damage.
And then I'm gonna fire.
Firebolt. Now it has half cover because your allies are right. Actually, Tzi'jixk, are you a small creature?
Yes.
Never mind. Go ahead and swing.
Woohoo!
Nice.
Yeah!
And you, despite its speed, you connect with a 18 to hit.
Yeah!
Oh, baby! A whopping 21.
42.
Oh my god! Wow, it is like burning up. It's not liking that at all. Anything else you'd like to do, Sonny?
Move 15 feet away.
You're just slowly just walking away, firing back. All right, Tzi'jixk, this smoldering heap of cotton candy is right in front of you. Still alive, of course. Oh, you invoke your vow of enmity, swearing vengeance upon this creature for daring to accost you and your friends. And with a swing, you hit 16. Woohoo! 11 piercing, and I imagine there's a little bit more coming where that came from, huh?
Yeah, that 6 is the fire damage from the Searing Smite.
Now, does it have to roll a save against that, or does it just take it?
So the attack deals an extra 1d6 fire damage and it causes the target to ignite in flames. At the start of each of its turns until the spell ends, the target must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 1d6 fire damage. On a success, the spell ends.
Wow, excellent.
The target or creature within 5 feet can use an action to put out the flames, or
so
some
it's
similar
fire.
effect douses it.
Hey, what you're telling me is it's on fire right now.
Yeah, so I'm concentrating. I'm using this trick that Zuzip taught me, and especially I have another fire using flora in here. So channeling my plant friends, I have set the thing on fire.
Excellent. It's still up, but it's on fire. Throom, what would you like to do?
I think that Throom is going to be extremely foolhardy here.
Okay. Oh, a swing with the flame blade at disadvantage. You will hit with that. Finally paying off.
Boom!
Oh
my goodness!
And through
34?
In which manner do you escape this burning, smoldering heap of what was once a cotton candied elemental?
Just taking the flame blade and just basically swinging in as big a circle as possible and just hacking through.
And 2 wide arcs of flame. To the outside perspective, you just see this writhing heap of pinkish blue color of the cotton candy elemental, and then you see it become more orange and then reddish, and then it's not the cotton candy is changing color, it's the fire swirling within, as in what seems like an instant, the last outside bit of the nothing burns away, and all that remains is a few smoldering flecks of sugar on the wind, and it is bested. All right. Now, Throom, that was your action, right?
Yes.
Well, that was an attack. One or the other.
That was the action. And bonus action, I'm going to spend another balm die to heal myself.
Just gonna heal up a little. Alrighty. The zombies frenzy. They go absolutely ballistic. And you see them turn and go to sprint away into the cold, frigid forest, back toward the frigid mountain atop which the Duke of Winter resides. They bolt 80 feet off into the forest, and the four of you are left. Well, I guess 3 of you are left right outside the cottage. Sonny, you're like 100 feet away in the forest somewhere.
Yeah, I am, but I'm gonna walk back slowly to the rest of.
You all kind of regroup outside this cottage now. And you can
That was
hear.
fun.
Hey, Throom looks over at Tzi'jixk. Do you want to peek inside? Do you need help getting up there?
No, I can hop up there. Well, presuming, can I hop up there?
On the roof.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, what do you want to do on the roof? You boing up on the roof.
Wait, was there smoke coming through the chimney?
Looking? No, there's no smoke coming out of the chimney.
Okay, can I wiggle down?
Sure. You guys watch Tzi'jixk like boing, spring up on the roof in a single hop, kind of scamper over to the chimney and begin to crawl down. There's no fire at the bottom, you can see very clearly. And after about a minute of like squishing and wiggling, you poof pop out in a small poof of chimney ash into this small tiny cottage. You can see that there are all sorts of herbs and different reagents of the kind scattered throughout. You see a bunch of what look like little potted plants that are tiny little trees that have been brought inside to protect them from the icy cold. And more than that, you see standing by the door, holding a stick at the top of which are tied a bunch of sugar plums, very large sugar plums, a weird-looking creature. He looks like a anthropomorphized kind of gumdrop, very kind of stretched out, but like plump in the middle. He's a really funky-looking creature. He has what looks like clothing. I'm sorry, you kind of no obvious gender or sex for this random candy creature. Has what looks like frosting kind of frosted onto themselves that look like clothing, and they're very, very pink. They're like up by the door, like shaking a little bit in fear.
Okay, I'll kind of poof up my fuzz a little bit, shake off some of the ash, and we've Jolly.
Ah! He turns and looks at you, and you see he's got these big kind of yellow eyes on his otherwise very pink body, and his kind of poofy, these very big poofy pants that have purple spots on them, and he looks at you. Oh!
No, don't worry. We're part of these adventures. We're here to find you. And I'm gonna take the little bag of gumdrops that I had and present them.
Ah.
Can I open the door and let my friends in, please? All the zombies are gone.
Yeah, and I think now that you're like looking at his face, he's got a big wide mouth, little tiny black button. He looks almost like a mole, but a gumdrop. Really funky looking creature. He's got some little sprinkles sticking out of his head, which you think might be hair. And he goes, "Anyone who carries gumdrops must be good."
Oh yeah, I'm very good.
Does not keep them. Yes, please, bring in your friends. I'm sure the candied creature will be back.
Okay, and I'll traipse across the room. As I do, though, well, I'm gonna keep an eye out for any valuables that are around, but I will go to the door and open it up and
Oh, see,
welcome everyone.
there's a really, really nice little bag of gumdrops, but yeah, you pilfer some gumdrops here and there. Or maybe you just observe that there are many a gumdrop in here. And yeah, as you open the door, the rest of you see inside. You see this weird pink gumdrop mole thing. Hello, I'm Jolly. You're not zombies. Oh, he kind of looks past you at the dead zombies, but you've killed them. Kind of looks up. What happened to the gum thing on my roof?
Licks off some melted.
Throom wonders how much cotton candy or other sugary something is still on him.
Yeah, not like very much. Most of it burned off, and you've seen the wind.
Throom just kind of like
cut down too.
Throom just kind of gathers up and here, you want some?
Oh no, I am quite good, thank you.
Throom would like to try the candy monster.
Oh, it's delicious. It's so good. It's like it's too sweet, but almost to the point where like it's so sweet that it's almost good again. In a way that makes you feel like maybe you need more sugar. And like for a minute you look hungrily at your friends and you think blood has sugar. And then you shake your head again. No longer not fully affected by the sugar rush.
Throom gathers as much of it and cleans himself off, puts all of it in the fire, and then produce flames the remnants.
Oh, jeez. Whoa, fire. Be careful with that in the forest. And you see Jolly kind of like make their way out. They still have their like Sugarplum staff. So you've dispatched it then?
Yes, very much so.
Kind of nods. Thank you very much. Would you like some gumdrops?
Please.
Yeah, sure.
And with that, our adventure comes to a conclusion. You head inside and you speak with Jolly, who seems overjoyed that you have chased the terrifying sugary menace away. Now he can go and return to his caretaking of the forest, now that the seasons will continue as normal, presumably. Until next time. And you are paid your requisite, what is it, 200 Bartholomew a pop. Hot damn, that's some money. And you all earn your experience, your 1 point of experience, I lied. And yeah, congratulations, guys.
Woohoo!
Thank you.
With that, would anyone like to shop really quickly?
I would like to shop if we have a chance.
Sure. You head on over to Bartholomew's shop. You hear, if you need a magic item, you know where to stop. Just head on down.
It's your only choice.
To Bartholomew's shop. Ba.
Greetings, adventurers. It's lovely to see all of you. You all did quite well. Is there anything I can get for you at the moment?
I'd like grabbing the bag if I can do that.
This, of course, can always be done, and naturally, I wish you only the best of luck.
Thank you.
So, reach on in and see what you get.
Oh,
man!
All right, you've killed Pete. Bartholomew kind of goes, chokes a little bit. Oh
no! All right. Well, we'll see what that is. Give me just a second. I don't even know.
That's actually in the section, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah,
Congrats. There are not many of these.
I have to scroll very
Oh my.
All right.
What the? Okay.
That's
Oh,
the one.
jeez.
That's the one, man.
All right.
You you reach into the bag. And your hand passes over a number of items. First, you reach in the bag and it just seems to be air, like it's nothing. And then, your hand, it's like a small hat or potions. You're in the consumable part of the bag, and you go to grab one of those potions. But as you do, something claws that potion out of your hand. And what you end up coming out of the bag is, you pull it out, it's a bird. And would you like care to make a nature check for me, Droglar?
Yep, that's a bird.
It's a bird, but it's super weird because it's on fire. And Bartholomew looks over at you and goes, "Wait, Ronnie, what's the problem? Is it because I named you Ronnie too? Is that what it is?" And this bird looks back at Bartholomew and, "For aeons, I have slept dormant within your sack. But finally, someone's hand passed close enough and I am making my escape, Bartholomew. You will keep me enchained in there no longer." And Bartholomew looks at you, Droglar, and says, "Well, you've pulled from the bag my familiar. This is Ronnie 2. I named him after my first familiar, Ronnie. And I haven't been using him as much since I got Ronnie 3, who is a dragon. But this is Ronnie 2. He is a phoenix. He's very, he has a lot of things that he can do. We were good friends at one time. We've had a bit of a falling out. His feathers can revive the dead. His tears can cure diseases. His flames will burn your enemies. He's an upgrade over Ronnie 1 in every possible way. And you've gained a phoenix.
Seems like he would have been useful.
Well, I have a dragon now. Ronnie doesn't seem happy about that. And you've gained Ronnie 2. Congratulations on your pull from the bag.
Hell yeah, let's get some fire going, Ronnie.
We'll get you a true stat block for Ronnie 2 pretty soon.
We didn't think we would need that particular stat block today.
Yep.
Well, okay, that's a tough one to follow up.
Does anyone else want to buy anything? Please don't. What do you? If any of you need anything?
I think I'm good.
I'll take an armor upgrade for Tzi'jixk.
That I can do. And he snaps his fingers and your armor is upgraded, and go, "Everyone learn a lesson here from Tzi'jixk. That is how you buy something from the shop. You don't go separating old friends. You just come in and get yourself an armor upgrade and call it a day. I think we're going to have to close. Well, anyone else have anything?"
When people pull that good of stuff, Bartholomew usually cries for at least 20 minutes. But I think it's because of the value, not the friendship.
It's friendship entirely. We'll be back in a moment, everyone. Stay tuned.
Okay.